Japan Israel ngam song alut tai to ni ngam ni pora nesal nesal hi mo to tuang ding hi la ja ni na lấy tăng pi
Now, of course, if you know that in Israel we have about 9 million people living all around Israel, of course. And when we speak about the 9 million, we are speaking about both Arabs and Jews as well. So we're speaking about basically about Israel and Palestine as well. All together is 9 million. It's a very small country. The spoken languages in this country is Hebrew, Arabic, and everybody almost speaks English. Not very good English, like my English. Okay, not very good. So everybody speaks English in this country. We have, of course, the three main religions: Christianity, Islam, and Judaism as well. In this country, in Israel and in Palestine as well. During your trip, we will be visiting places in Palestine and places in Israel. Lots of places, of course, in Israel. Number 2 is Tel Aviv. Jerusalem has about 850,000, populated with 850,000 people. Tel Aviv has about 500,000 people. So it's number 2. Number 3 is the city of Haifa. Haifa has about 300,000. The best place? Well, depending on what is the best. You know, in this country we have a saying. We say you go to Haifa to stay because it's a very beautiful city. It's overlooking the Mediterranean. You come to Jerusalem to pray because Jerusalem has all the holy sites, and you go to Tel Aviv to play because Tel Aviv has all the nightlife and the fun in Tel Aviv. So, but Haifa is one of the nicest cities in Israel because it's overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. It's on the mountain hill. It's very clean, very organized. Jerusalem is nice, but Jerusalem is very crowded. And remember that there's a part of Jerusalem which is very old as well, hundreds of years old. So it's different than Haifa and Tel Aviv. But still, number 1 is Jerusalem, or at least to me, it's number 1. Friends, it's very important when we leave Bethlehem every day to do our visits to have your passports with you, because we have checkpoints on the way and sometimes they might ask for passports, so it's better to have your passport with you all the time, okay? This is the airport of Eilat on the right side. Now you can see that today very few cars are driving in the street. You know why? What is the reason?
holiday.
Exactly, Shabbat. It's Saturday. On Saturday, religious Jews do not drive from Friday evening until Saturday evening. So after the sunset of Saturday, they can go back to their regular lives. Right now it's still Shabbat. If you are a religious Jew, you are not allowed to drive. You're not allowed to use a laptop or a camera or a phone, if you are religious, of course. The trees on your right side are all palm trees. Israel is very famous with the palm plantations, and they produce, of course, the dates out of these palm trees.
Sana söyle bak.
Hallelujah. Christmas ni sing sang. Somnga ni sing sang Bethlehem khua ye la teng. Hotel pong panakit.
Angels sing to Christmas home today.
And man will live forevermore, because on Christmas Day, where is my child? Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day.
不知道老大，我几乎待了，不要人，不要人。
Sing a song, the music seemed to come from above. The angels sing, a king was born today. And man will live forevermore, because of Christmas Day.
他们后台多吗？
什么？在那边。
Bethlehem khosum ye Bethlehem khosum. Ra bài để lọt để lọt để
Usually they don't check every time, but sometimes they might check. We are leaving Bethlehem, the city of Bethlehem. Actually, we are staying in Beit Sahur. This is Beit Sahur, that's Bethlehem over there. And we are leaving Bethlehem and Beit Sahur towards Jerusalem. So in a minute there will be a checkpoint, and after the checkpoint we are entering the city of Jerusalem.
Bethlehem pan Jerusalem phải nghe khâu bà đi.
As we mentioned, Jerusalem is the largest city.
မှာ
ဆရာစောဒီလိုမေးနေမဟုတ်ဘူးလားပြောသေးလား तू အဲ့ဒါအရင်ရင်တုံးမှာဟုတ်
If you have any questions, you can ask.
อิสราเอลနိုင်ငံမှာဂျေရုဆလင်မှာအစီအဆုံးနိုင်ငံဖြစ်တယ်
အကြီးဆုံးနိုင်ငံ
အရှိဆုံး
I don't know the size of Jerusalem, but it's the largest. We have about 900,000 people living in Jerusalem. I don't know the size. Every night until they finish the 8 days of the Hanukkah. Now, the Hanukkah is a festival that speaks about the Jewish people taking the temple of Jerusalem from the Greeks and purifying the temple and lighting the temple for 9 days.
Bethlehem ပါလေ
And that's where the festival, the Hanukkah, came from. So it goes back to the 3rd century BC. Okay? That was the time when they started celebrating the Hanukkah. Now we are already in Jerusalem. We have entered Jerusalem. So all the neighborhoods you're passing through is part of Jerusalem. This is the south part of the city of Jerusalem. And we shall be going all the way until we get to the center of the city where the old city of Jerusalem is.
Jerusalem
And the first thing we do is we climb the Mount of Olives. Mount of Olives is the highest mountain in Jerusalem, about 850 meters above sea level. It's very cold over there, windy. So make sure you take your jackets, okay, be warm. And from there you'll be able to take the pictures, the best picture of the view of the city of Jerusalem. The old city of Jerusalem, of course. Now, if usually there is a professional photographer over there, if you like to take a big picture with a group and with a frame that comes with the frame, we can do it with that gentleman over there. If he's there, if he's not too cold for him. And we'll take the picture, and then after that we are going to drive to the warmer areas, which is Jericho, the city of Jericho. We are going to visit the Temptation Mountain, we are going to visit the sycamore tree, we're going to have lunch, you can do shopping in Jericho as well, and then we'll come back to Bethlehem. Okay? Remember, if you have any questions, please don't be shy, ask the question. It makes the trip more interesting if you have any questions, okay?
ဒီမှာမမေတော့ဘုံမရဘူးအားတော့ဘုံမရရင်စားကင်မရာဗီဒီယိုတော့ဘုံမရမမေဟာဗီဒီယိုရိုက်ပြီးဓာတ်ပုံကိုပဲဆက်ထရိုက်လို့မရဘာလို့လဲမသိအဲ့သက်တယ်အဲ့လိုပဲလားဟနာလား
ရတယ်လေ
လုတ်ပြအောင်
ဒီဟိုဗီဒီယိုလေးရအောင်ပေါ့နော်
ဗီဒီယိုရိုက်နေ
အဲ့ဖုန်းတွေမှာပေါ့ရတယ်
အဲ့ဘက်မှာပါပေါ့
screenshot ဂျေရုဆလမ်ကိုဆိုရဲဂျေရုဆလမ်
Just to know the orientation, Bethlehem is south of Jerusalem. So this is the south, and we are going further to the north. So Jerusalem is
Jerusalem
to the north
တောင်ဖက်
of
တောင်ဖက်လမဘယ်လမ်ကွာကွန် Jerusalem မှာမတော်လို့တာ
Jerusalem, France, is a city that has suffered a lot.
Jerusalem ကိုပြရှင်
Because Jerusalem historically has been occupied more than 40 times, was surrounded or besieged more than 52 times. It was also, the walls of Jerusalem have been built tens of different times. The walls that we are going to see today, first of all, has nothing to do with the walls of David, Solomon, not even with the walls of the days of Jesus, the Lord. It has nothing to do with it. So these walls of Jerusalem were built, the ones we're going to see were built in 1541 by the Turks, by a sultan called Solomon the Magnificent. Some part of these walls might be built exactly on top of part of the walls that were in the time of Jesus. But not all the walls of the old city are going to see.
ကိုပြ
Now when we talk about the old city of Jerusalem, we talk only about anything inside the old walls. That is the old city of Jerusalem. Now I mentioned that Jerusalem as a city as a whole has about 900,000 people. The old city of Jerusalem has only 50,000. So when we speak about the 50,000, they are living inside the walls of Jerusalem, of what we are going to see now from the Mount of Olives. The walls of Jerusalem are about 4,000 meters. The length of the walls are 4,000 meters surrounding the city of Jerusalem. Of course, we have 8 gates that you can that surround the city. You can enter the city. You can use 7 of them only, because number 8 is the one which is closed. We cannot use it, and it's a famous gate. It has different names. It's either called the Golden Gate, the Gate of Mercy, the Eastern Gate, the Beautiful Gate. That is the gate. That is the exact place where Jesus used to come from the Mount of Olives and enter the Temple of Jerusalem. Now today, when we will look at the Golden Gate, which is blocked, it's not the same gate of the time of Jesus, but it's built exactly on the same area where the Golden Gate that Jesus used to enter the temple from. This gate we're going to see is, of course, from the Turkish period, 1541, Solomon the Magnificent. Part of it, the inside of the gate, the filling of the gate, goes back till the period of Hercules, the Kaiser of the Byzantine Empire, and that is in the 7th century. But nothing from the time of Jesus, except that we know that this is the exact place where Jesus used to come from the Mount of Olives, inside the city of Jerusalem. Of course, Jesus would come from Jericho up to a place called Bethania, which is Bethany of today. That's where his very close friend lived, Lazarus. And then he would go to Beit Fagi, the house of the early figs on the Mount of Olives, and then he would go down from the Mount of Olives towards the city of Jerusalem, entering the Temple of Jerusalem. Of course, we are talking about the second Temple of Jerusalem, the Temple of King Herod. We had 2 temples in Israel, in Jerusalem. The first one was the temple of King Solomon, the son of David. I'll try to give you dates if you want to remember the dates. The first temple, which is Solomon Temple, was built, in the Bible it tells us that Solomon built his temple on his 4th year of being a king. He became a king in 970 BC. On his 4th year, he started building the temple, which means he started building the temple in the year 967 BC. That is the first temple. The first temple of Solomon was destroyed by the Babylonians. It was destroyed by the Babylonians, by Nebuchadnezzar from Babylon, from Iraq of today. It was destroyed in the year 586 BC. So that's the end of the first temple of Solomon, 586 BC. 515 BC, they started building the walls and the new temple in Jerusalem. 2 rabbis started building the temple. They were called Rabbi Nehemiah, Ezra and Nehemiah, and they started building the temple, the second temple, but actually the churches. But in 619, Hercules took over again, and the country became Christian again, until 638. 638, the Muslims came to the country, and they took over the country. They didn't destroy churches. They gave even a peace treaty to the Christians of Jerusalem especially, and most of the Christians stayed and remained living in Jerusalem. When the Muslims came, they found that the area of the Temple of Solomon was empty. Okay, because the prophecy of Jesus says, shall not be built until the Messiah comes back, until I come back. So it was empty and it was neglected. When the Muslims came in 638, they built the 2 big huge mosques that you're going to see today on the same area of the Temple Mount, which is called Mount Moriah or Mount Moriah. That's the area where the mosques today are built. So there is 2 mosques on top of that area. One of them is called the Dome of the Rock, because it's built and the dome is covering the holy rock under beneath. Holy for 2 reasons. Holy for Jewish, because they believe Isaac was going to be sacrificed on that rock. Holy for Muslims, because they believe Prophet Muhammad ascended from that rock to heavens. So that rock is holy today. It's the 3rd holiest place for Muslims in the world after Mecca and Medina, and they believe that Prophet Muhammad ascended from that area to heaven. So that's the Dome of the Rock. To the left of the Dome of the Rock, you'll be able to see another big mosque, which is called the Aksa Mosque. Probably you heard that word a lot. That is the most important one for Muslims, because that is the one mentioned in the Holy Quran. Okay, the Aksa Mosque. So today we're gonna go to the Mount of Olives. We're gonna have a look over the area of the temple and the mosques of today. We're gonna also have a look towards the walls of Jerusalem, some of the churches on the Mount of Olives. Of course,
Jerusalem có sông gột tại Jerusalem có lại xong
Film Zion
Channel bóng Zion tròn.
Mual le
Thì ao biết là Hino Valley, nó Hino
nói lâm tờ nó
Chai Way, nó Hino Chai Way. Thì cái này sao bị đâu thì đâu thì thế.
Zion Mual đó nó film kia lên Zion Mual chị lại tầng dưới này
and it's from the west, and from the other side we have the Kidron Valley. So from the east, Kidron and Hinnom. These are the two valleys surrounding the city of Jerusalem. You can see that the city of Jerusalem is elevated. It's on a mountain.
Jerusalem có bị Solomon alam biaga
Now you can see the walls of Jerusalem, the whole city walls. It's all on your right side. We are going around the walls of Jerusalem. 4,000 meters, these are part of those walls.
meters totally sang Jerusalem kol here hallelujah hallelujah
Friends, this is the first gate of Jerusalem on your right side. This is Jaffa Gate.
ที่เป็นเกตจาฟาเกตจาฟาเกต
So Jaffa Gate is right here on your right side, and we are continuing to go around the walls of Jerusalem.
Jerusalem กลปี
So 120 years ago, if you would come to Jerusalem, nothing was built outside. Everything was inside the walls. So about 1870, this was Jerusalem. After 1870, people started building outside the walls because the city was very crowded. So they tried to stop building. And of course today, it became one of the largest cities over here. But basically the whole city is the center of everything in Jerusalem. The center also of holiness, because the three holy sites for the three main religions is located. Now the new city of Jerusalem is also divided. It's not divided in a way that you can notice, but look at this road, the main road, it divides the city. West Jerusalem is in your left and East Jerusalem is on your right. What does that mean? It means that most of the Arab population, Muslims and Christians, are living on East Jerusalem, and all the Jewish are living on West Jerusalem. So that's part of East Jerusalem right now. You're looking forward, look at that dome, golden dome. We'll see it better on the Mount of Olives, but still you can see that is the Dome of the Rock, the walls of Jerusalem, and this in front of us is the most important and the main gate of the city. This is called Damascus Gate.
City
Damascus Gate.
Damascus Gate here Street Gate Damascus Gate
This is the largest gate of Jerusalem and the most beautiful, the most decorated gate of Jerusalem on your right now. Yeah. Damascus Gate.
Cộng mai mấy đi làm say nấu cà ri ấy Israel mình nằm đây
Damascus named after the city of Damascus in Syria. So the people who were leaving Jerusalem to Syria to Damascus, they used to leave from this gate, so they call it Damascus Gate.
Jerusalem Colby Oh, Jerusalem Colby Iran ya. Chào chị nó. Sau đó đang được. Jerusalem Colby Muslim. Yeah.
So we already seen Jaffa Gate, Damascus Gate, and we are coming towards one of the smallest gates of Jerusalem, where the soldiers are standing on the right side. This is called Herod's Gate, King Herod's Gate.
นี่เป็นเฮโรดเกตเจนี่เป็นเฮโรดเกตดาวลงชงยี่หลังในสตบจริงสิจะอะไรมุสลิมได้คนสมัครอมด้านนี้แหละกิโลเมตร
Is the mountain of
Jerusalem Colby
and look at that huge building on the top. It's a palace.
Jerusalem Colby a foundation ba lang nasa po mai lo ma nasa taga kilang ye Jerusalem Colby
That palace or that huge building is called Augusta Victoria. Augusta Victoria is the big palace that was built by the Kaiser of Germany in 1890, Wilhelm II. He called it after his wife. He loved his wife so much, so he built a palace.
Jerusalem Colby ngay oh tuần này là mặt tuộc sọc đi ngay vậy
So now we are leaving the area of Jerusalem, going down to the Kidron Valley. So this is the Kidron Valley, and from the Kidron Valley we climb up to the Mount of Olives.
Hallelujah.
See Kidron Valley climbing up to the top of the Mount of Olives.
Tuần vào đó nó cả đến chia tan luyện olive mall tung bay rồi tao olive mall tung bay lại đó kia tao bay để siêu và nó cả na olive mall tung bay Oh, singa na sa tayo ngay.
Friends, it's very important when we are going down to the Mount of Olives, to the view, be careful with your money, okay? Especially with peddlers, young children that are coming to sell things. Let them be careful with the money, it's very important. People can grab the money over here.
ว่าပါလေ
And this is the photographer if you want to do that big picture.
မိသားစုကင်မရာဟိုဗီဒီယိုလေးရိုက်လိုက်
First we will do the picture, then I will give you time.
ခံနေတော့တက်တယ်
Tangan mal tempat ni dan cangkul showcase ending here. Hallelujah. Oh, Jerusalem. Jerusalem ari thungan jife. Oh, Jerusalem is here. Hallelujah. Olive mall tung here hilai teng olive mall tung. Ya Israel la. Thì tại bên cô phải tận here quảng hầm ban học vậy. Ya puan yang topa pen Jerusalem pan khai ta here.
Đi sồn hàng này.
Thì bên hotel phí khách. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, Jerusalem. Ya, ila ben Jerusalem akibat na here.
အခုစင်ပြတဲ့ဟာဓာတ်ပုံကဒီလောက်ဒီလိုဓာတ်ပုံနဲ့$10
Also,
Jerusalem full for here.
Jerusalem, it comes for $10.
ကဲကျွန်တော်စနေပတ်ပြီးတော့ပုံလေးလည်းရှိမှာ$10
Anybody wants to do it?
ဆိုင်လေဘယ်နှစ်ယောက်
ကျွန်တော်မိသားစုရိုက်မှာ$10တပုံကြီးမှာကြာ Excuse me ကျွန်တော်တို့ခွဲလိုက်တာ
ခွဲလိုက်လည်းယူမှာခွဲလိုက်လည်းရတယ်
Just one step down.
အမြင်ရရအောင်အားကြတော့အမြင်ရရ
Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Pangatayin, hallelujah. Hallelujah, tumpan.
ကဲလာခိုင်ဦးအားလေးအမြင်ရရအောင်
Mantra ring je.
စနာရေးလာဟိနိုင်မယ်တို့ပေါ့
လမ်းတိုင်းမှာနိုင်မယ်ကိုရိုက်ပေးပါလား
ကဲဒီမှာ
ဘရောမျိုးတော့ကျမတို့ရောက်လာပြီဘရောကောင်းကြီးပေးပါ
ကဲကျွန်တော်အားလုံးရှိရတယ်
The ladies up in the front step down over here
ရေအားကြောင့်ဘေးရဆောင်ကိုဆရာနဲ့ကြံပေးတော့ဟုတ်ပါနော် Okay ready just me Okay ဒါပုံဝါငိုင်းတော့
Jerusalem, oh, tu pangatayin. Gimle pama ngal tat chip zija. Muslim ten la thu nei nom simma mama. Oh, shala isa. Jerusalem could be Jerusalemเป็นabang yam Hallelujah.
Amen. Hallelujah.
ဖြည်းโอ้What's that
မာတူရာတင်းချိုင်းနေကြိုင်းတော့
မာတူရတင်းချိုင်းလားဟုတ်တယ်ပတ်စံနဆာကိဘောရှန်နတေးဟာငယ်စုပ်တဲ့ပတ်စံနဆာကိဘောရှန်တေးဟာ
အဲ့ဘယ်နဲ့ရိုက်ပြီးလဲပေါင်းလိုက်တာအဲ့ပါရဲ့
ပတ်စံနဆာကိဘောတနတေးဟာပတ်စံနဆာကိဘောရှန်တေးဟာဟေး
ပါမောတော့9ချမ်းလောက်ချိတယ်ကျွန်တော်ရိုက်ပြီး
ဟီလာယာပတ်အစ္စလာမ်ယာခါချင်တူထေငယ်
Jesus was in the second chapter.
ဒီမှာတော့ပထမခုကတော့ဒီမှာတော့ရှိတယ်နော်ပထမမိကတော့ဆိုလမန်တို့ကနော်အခုကဂျီအက်စ်တို့ကဒီမှာတော့နော်ဒီမှာရှိတဲ့အဖတ်လေးကသူတို့
นี่เป็นเบียกันอร่อยเจเบียกันอร่อย
နော်တင်ကြိုင်ပုံစံ
Now look at these boxes. These boxes are called asheries. Okay, and they are made for the body of the human.
အယုပြထားနေနော်အရာဒီကွက်တည်းအယုပြထားနေတာဖြစ်တယ်
Okay, yes. Now you can see different sizes, small sizes, big sizes,
အ
right?
သေးရှိတယ်အကြီးဆုံးလည်းရှိတယ်
How they know the size of the body? They take the measurement of the longest bone in the human body. What is the longest bone? Which is the longest bone in your body?
Okay.
The leg. So they take the size of it and then they build the ashery according to it. If he's a small child, a short man, a tall man, that's why you see different sizes of ashery.
ဒီမှာအဆိုင်မတူဘူးဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုရင်တော့လူဆိုတာရှီနဲ့ဟာရှိတူနဲ့ဟာရှိတယ်နော်ဒီက
Okay, now the place we are visiting, friends, the place we are visiting is called Dominus Flavit.
ဒီမှာရှိတဲ့နေရာ Dominus Flavit City.
What does Dominus Flavit mean?
အဓိပ္ပာယ်ကဘာလဲ
It means the tear drop.
ကဲမြတ်ကြီးကြားတဲ့နေရာတခင်ယေရှုဒီယေရုရှလင်ကြီးနဲ့မြတ်ကြီးကြားတဲ့နေရာနော်
And why do we call it so? Because Jesus, when he came here, he looked upon Jerusalem and he started crying upon Jerusalem.
တော့ไปสวยหลายไปเยอะสุดขอรถจะตัวอยากกินนะ
ဘာဖြစ်လို့မြတ်ကြီးကြားတာလဲဒီယေရုရှလင်ကြီးနဲ့
Okay, let's have a look at this one.
ယေရှုမဖေးရဲ့
ဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုတော့ BC 90လောက်မှာဒီယေရုရှလင်မှာဖြစ်စီမယ်ဆိုတာသူကတည်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်မြတ်ကြီးကြားတာဖြစ်တယ်နော်
အဲ့နေရာမှာဘာဘုံတော့တဲ့ဘာလို့ညာတင်ကြိုင်ဂျူးတွေရဲ့တင်ကြိုင်ဟောအဲ့မှာရှိဂျူးပြတယ်
တော့ไปสุดองไปหลายปัง
Indonesia put in a new symbol.
มันเนี่ยหาเลยแบบ
ချမ်းလုံးလို့ဘာမှမထုတ်နိုင်ဘူးဒါပဲ
ဒီကတောက်ပန်းလေးတွေပြီးတော့ကိုယ့်အကူဖြုတ်ပြီး
ကျမလောက်ဆိုတော့ပဲဆရာမ
တဲတော့နေဆာမနဲ့မလိုက်
1 second over here.
ကဲဒီမှာခဏလေးရှင်းပြရအောင်ရှင်းပြဖို့ကဘေခက်နော်
Now, friends, if we look at this tree
ဒီပင်လေးကြည့်လိုက်
and that tree as well,
ကဲဒီပါလေ
you know what this tree is?
ဒါလေးပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့ဗာလေ
This is the tree. This is the tree that the Romans made the crown of thorns
တကယ်
from.
ယေရှုကောင်းပေါ်မှာ
And they put it over the head of Jesus.
ဒီကစင်ကိုမလဲပဲ
ယေရှုပင်ဖြစ်တယ်တကယ်ကျတော့
อย่าลิงฮีลิงแต่เป็นตัวไปสู้ลิงลูกพวกคงนาลิงแต่เฮีย
ตาနဲ့လှုပ်ထားတဲ့ဟာလို့ပြောတယ်တကယ်ဆိုတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးဒီလိုမျိုး
ตัวไปสู้ลูกคู่ลิงลูกคู่กี่บอลนาลิงแต่
ဟုတ်လား
โอ้ละมาเรกชัน
အသားကိုစိုက်သွားတာပဲနော်
ปีกุมซอตัวไปสู้ลุงอดกลิงลูกพวกคงนาลิงฮาเลลูยา
ဒီတော့ထဲမှာခဏဝင်မယ်လေ
ကိုကြီးလက်သတိထားနော်
အထဲဝင်ပြီးတော့တပ်ပူသွားရိုက်နော်ကျွန်တော်ကြာရေးမနေနဲ့ထွက်
บ้า
ပြီး
บ้า
တော့
บ้าเนี่ยอะไรดาพระเจ้ามา
ဒါယေရှု
Inside.
တခင်ယေရှုဟာဒီကျွန်တော်
oh this tail place this
Yeah. You can, inside we have two altars. On the left you have the Byzantine altar, the old one, and on the right you have the modern altar,
သူများယေရှု
which was built towards Jerusalem.
Okay သွားရှုတပ်ပုံရယူနေနော်
ตัวไปสู้มิดเดือดลวงนะถูกเงินจะเป็นไรบุญวันเยรูซาเล็มเป็นฮิชูสุตามนั่นเนี่ยเยรูซาเล็มมันด้วยถูกเงินนะBarakashan, barakashan, barakashan. Barakashan, barakashan. Oh, hallelujah. ที่เป็นอาหารจูมันน้ำเตยจูมันน้ำเตยอาหารหนู
ခဏတော့ချင်ဒီမှာရှိတယ်ဟောတော့ဆက်ရတဲ့
จูมันน้ำเตยอาหารยัยหลายตั้งแต่จูเตยอาหารงานและสาตมามาเวลาแต่งเป็นโตปาเจซูอินเยรูซาเล็มขส่งเอจ้ามีคันนี้จังหาดันสุดเสียดอันดับคนหางนะมีตุยอาเกียนนะเย่
Friends, everybody out there.
ใกล้เสียไป
Yalla. Come closer. Okay, friends, if you look behind us, okay, first of all, remember I mentioned the Golden Gate, the Gate of Mercy. That is the one right here.
ဆွေကက်
Golden Gate.
That's the Golden Gate, which means that's the place where Jesus used to enter Jerusalem from.
Jerusalem
To the
alone
temple, of
alone
course.
นะ
တခင်ယေရှုဂျေရုဆလင်ဝန်နဲ့နေတာပေါ့နော်ဒီ
ลายแต่งโตไปสู่ alone
On the right side, you can see a church with the gold domes. This church over here is the Russian church.
ဘူးဖက်မှာဘုရားကျောင်းရှိတယ်
The name
Russian
Here in Russia,
the name of the church is Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene Church. Always when you see this kind of domes and the color is gold, it's Russian. Without asking, you know it's Russian church. This is the way they build their domes. Yes, that is the golden gate over here. And of course, on the left side, all this mountain has one of the largest Jewish cemeteries in Israel. And one of the oldest as well. They say that this Jewish cemetery goes back to 2,000 years ago. On the other side, beside the walls, look at the walls, there's another cemetery, that is the Muslim cemetery. Deep inside the Kidron Valley, deep inside the Kidron Valley, we have a Christian cemetery. So Jewish, Christian, and Muslim cemetery.
พี่อนวยละมาพี่อนวยละมาพี่มุทัย
နေ
เนาะ
နေရပါတော့
Christian
ဒုတိယမှာမွတ်စလင်အပေါ်ဆုံးကဂျူဒနေတဲ့နေရာပေါ့နော်
อ๋อ
ရှင်တို့ဟိုမှာကက်စတွေ့မယ်ဒါဆွေ
ဆွေ
ကက်
တကာ
နော်
ဟို
ဆွေ
က
က
က်
က်
အဲ့တတိုင်း
အလေရမွတ်စလင်တတိုင်းဟိုတုံးရမွတ်စလင်လေအာဂျူဒီ
ဟိုကဂျူးတွေအဲ့ဒီဟိုတုံးကြီးမ
That
လား
is Muslim over
ဒု
there.
မွတ်စလင်
မွတ်စလင်အဲ့တုံးကမွတ်စလင်
အဲ့ဂျေရုဆလင်ဘုရားကျောင်းကြီး
The center,
ဘုရားကျောင်းကြီးမရှိတော့ဘူး
အလေရ
the
ခရီးယာ
center down,
ပေါ်ဆုံးကမွတ်စလင်မွတ်စလင်
ဒီအောက်ဆုံးကဂျူး
this is Jewish, all this is Jewish, all that is Muslim. In the center there is also a Christian one.
อ๋อ Christian พี่อะไรสัก Christian เด้ว่าพี่ลายอันนั้นเป็นมุสลิม
Anybody needs
พี่อะไรสัก Christian พี่ละมาจูไม่นั่น
go
เด้
use the restrooms and we will meet over there beside the tree of Judah.
ขอจิ้งกับบักลงตับมาไหม
Okay? Yalla, quickly.
ဒီမှာအင်ကာရှိတယ်ဒီတိတ်နော်သွားပြီးတော့
ซึ่งกงจะลงมาสะเทมาไหมมองกงเฮียน
အင်ကာတော့ချင်တယ်
ฮาเลลูยาฮาเลลูยาเยรูซาเล็มจริงนะเยรูซาเล็มมาดิถูกกันสังนี้ตัวนี้น่าเกยสิ่งนี้ตัวมาขายเจียงตูนเตะแต่ละทุ่งเงินบุกรอดเตะแต่ละแต่ลงกุลนาแคบดูกิจจังตาแห่งเจนาฮีเยรูซาเล็มมุนเป็นนาถูกกงเงินสักทีเต้าป้าในลงกุลนาเตะทวางเปียกสักเงินตาแห่งตุกุมเป็นนางอาดิงนะอนุนต่างนาคิแคลกลุ่มทักแดงอีสังเงินตาแห่งละเต้าป้าอนุนต่างนาลำทักยูปายงทักองค์สังเงียตาเห็นลุงกุลกิจกุมที่สังเงียตาเห็นนุนต่างนักแข่งนักสังเงียตาเห็นฮิเยรูซาเล็มมุนบรรดาถูกกองเงินสักฮีไปสุ่มเดือถูกกองใหญ่แม่
ฮัลโหล go
Franciscan father.
Just joking.
Kita pen Juminante Han Lui Juminante Han Lui Tu na to pai su thungen na ke ta siman thungen na thoki nge ni ye Amen Hallelujah
မာဒူရာစေယာယူရာတင်ညာတောင်းကြတယ်
Oh la Mare Krishna Oh hita dong phai ta ye lòng te cũng phải chơi chơi Oh mà đóng tay lao là Cái nào cái bay nào he hiện không phải Hallelujah
ဟောရှာနာဟောအဲ့ဒါဟောရှာနာဆိုတာပြောတာ
耶稣是那个我怎么样？都是他讲的那好sana我看过。
都把耶稣拉到ตัวมาเยรูซาเล็มเขาส่งอรุณนะเย่ให้หลายแต่งฮิปาเป็นไกแต่ไกปาเฮนะปาเลสไตน์ไม่นำฮีเร่ฮิปาซงต้องปาเยซูลันโนตัวงาเยรูซาเล็มเขาส่งอรุณนะลำปีมุนแค่เพราะว่าแกมราให้ด้านนั้นลงชงเย่แกมราก็เต็มเต็มเย่มุนแค่เพราะว่าลงชงเย่แกมราก็อีกแค่
Merry Christmas
ကဲသိပြီခေါ်ရမှာပြီဒီလိုစီပါဆရာပဲထွက်တယ်မဟုတ်လားဒီနေရာဖျားပြီးနေနေရာပဲနော်ဒီကြည့်ပြဿနာတွေဟောဆရာကဟာလာပြောတာ
ခန္ဓာပြေတော့မှာအီဂျစ်ကနေခန္ဓာပြေတော့မှာဟုတ်တယ်နော်
ဆရာတော့ပြီပဲခဏပြီပဲဒါသူကခဏယူလာတယ်ကျွန်တော်ပြီပဲဒါဆို
ရင်းနေလို့အောင်မြင်ကြီးရောက်ဝေးရင်းနေလို့အောင်မြင်ကြီးဘယ်တော့တိုက်လဲ
เยรูซาเล็มเขาส่งนวมจิตกานวมินะลุงนวมมาไม่ฮิส่งตนจังฮาเลลูยาอากิตันให้เราลุงนมนาตรงอกว่ามาเต็กลุงนวมเป่ามานวมสเป่ามาเว้ฮาเลลูยาkita siman tungen na to pa so tungen na kita siman aki man namun ye kita siman uyen so ye
sa 耶稣基督给我批哎sa di mana ya meno jo ha no cha no
ပြန်
no
လာ
no
ပြီးတော့ဒီစက်မှာနော်နေရအောင်ဒီဒါနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးနည်းနည်းရှင်းပြချင်တယ်ကဲသူရအတွက်လမ်းပြီးတော့ဒီမှာနော်ခဏလေးရှင်းပြချင်တယ်
You can come closer to me so that you can listen.
okay
I think that's okay I will do it
Okay. Friends, we're entering a place called in the Garden of Gethsemane.
ဒီနေရာကက်စမနီဥယျာဉ်ဖြစ်တယ်
kita siman uyen
sorry ကက်စမနီ
Now, this is how it's written in the Bible, but the right way to pronounce it is the Garden of Gethsemane.
အတိကကျန်းစာထဲမှာတော့
And Gethsemane means the oil press, the place where they press the olive
ကဲဒီ
and
မှာ
get the oil.
တန်လွန်စီနော်သူ
kita siman di jang tanon si
တ
aki
န်လွန်
bo
စီ
na
ကလုံးတန်လွန်စီတယ်နော်
Now,
Oh,
these
hita
trees
ng
over
talong
here
ko.
are more than 2,000 years
ကဲ
old.
ဒီကဒီ
talon kung hinay tayo ben kum tul ni valta kum tul ni valta
Means that these trees are from the time
talon kung kum tul ni val kam non kung
နော်မတီကင်းမရှိနေဟာဖြစ်
to pai su lai taga om
This tree in the garden
talong kun
is the one straight ahead over here.
ကဲအသက်ရှင်ဆုံးငါဟိုဖက်မှာရှိနေ
At
နော်
the end
န
of
ည်းန
the
ည်းလေး
white path, there's the
ဟို
altar.
နည်းနည်းလေးအသက်ရှင်
Friends, what is important about the Garden of
Walang
Gethsemane
pega.
is it's the place where Jesus
ที่เป็นกุมอัตตัมเป็นกุมอสอดเป็นกุมตุลนิวาลาสงละอสอดเป็น
and
Kung
he
hiye.
carved in stone, we call it the stone of agony.
ကဲဒီနေရာမှာအဓိကဒီရှိမှပါလဲဆိုတော့
โอ้ฮิสงบุนโลดพาวนอนโล
တောင်းနဲ့ဆန္ဒလာဒီလိုဆိုတော့ဒီလိုပြောမလဲနော်ဒီလမ်း
ต่อไปสู่เขาอุลสิสันบังอาลวนนะทวงเงินนำมนเกตาซีมันอุเยน
ရှင်တော့ဒါတော့ပဲမဟုတ်ဒီကအတော့ဆူဆူတောင်းနေကြ
อะตอมนะเป็นทวงเงินนะ
This is also the place where Judas betrays Jesus.
ကဲဒီနေရာဂျူတာအစ္စအော်တော့ရောင်းနေရအော်ဒါလည်းဖြစ်တယ်
Judas ka ko ya
จุราอินจุราชากาจนต่อไปสู่อซองนำมนซองเฮ
He was built by an Italian engineer called Antonio Barluzzi.
ကဲအန်တိုပီနီယာအင်ဂျင်နီယာကဒီဆောင်ထားတဲ့ဒီနော်ဟောပြကြောင်းဖြစ်တယ်
And it's called the Church
พอละมาซองอยากกินขนม
ဘုရားကျောင်းမှာဒီတနိုင်ငံလုံးမှာရှိတဲ့ပူပေါင်းပြီးတော့ဒီဆောင်ထားတဲ့ဘုရားကျောင်း
งำบุกกิพอละอาลามูอยากกิน
the stone of agony where Jesus cried. Okay, and you can see the beautiful decorations on the
ဒီ
church.
မှာအထက်မှာဝင်တော့เนาะအထက်မှာ decoration တွေအများကြီး
อสุงะตำตะเกียนไทยหลายตาซองไปหลายเด้ง
သွားကြည့်ရအောင်เนาะ
ที่เป็นที่โอลิฟกุ้งตาลุนกุ้งแล้วก็กุ้งมาตั้มเป็นตาลุนกุ้งตั้งแต่ต้องเป็นกุ้งตุลีบาลวีแพที่เบียกินเป็นงามบุบกี่บ่ละอลามุเบียกินที่biakin song dengan biakin song pete. Tungan bisong tama mai. Hallelujah, lama rekesyan. Oh. Biakin song. Daya. Tumotong tung tay tuôn Jericho khua. Phải lao lao điên, phải lao lao điên. Hallelujah. Oh, hi lại từng bèn ta luôn mà bắn chặt cái tay mà ta luôn mà đi tuôn Jericho là mà bay.
Bedouins are nomads, people living in tents all the way until we get to the
Jericho, Jerusalem pan Jericho paina lampi.
Bedouins have the camels, the cattle, the sheep, goats. Now it doesn't mean that they are poor, but this is the way they like to live. In tents. Even if you build them houses, they would prefer to live in tents. Now if you look to the left side, after this hill, you start seeing some dead ones. Okay, not here, the second one. Yes, you can see over there on the left now. Right here to your left. This is a bedrock complex. And you will still see more and more on the way as well.
Jericho paina.
the left side, look at the sheep and the goats. They are with the baby boy, with his donkey on the left.
ตูละแก้ว
They have been living here since
Okay.
1948, scattered in the Judean desert, 48, scattered between the Judean desert and the Negev desert.
ဒီနေရာဂျူဒာဂျူဒီယန်တေခါဒရာဖြစ်တယ်အဓိကဂျေရုဆလင်
แต่กันดายะ
နေရာဖြစ်တယ်ရှင်တို့ဒီနေရာမှာဒိက္ဆာတွေအများကြီးသူတို့ထင်းတဲ့နေရာလေးဖြစ်တယ်
ตูเจ้านั่น
they
เนี่ย
they are
ตูอจินน้ำมนต์
they ဖြစ်ကြည့်တော့အခုဒီကနေ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ပြီးတဲ့နေရာမှာလည်းသူတို့တွေ့တာဖြစ်တယ်
Imagine the Bible. The place of the Good Samaritan is at the end of the street to your right side. This is one of the parables of the Bible.
Hiba nga mo tung laga tu te chingina tu te hiba mo tung ha om to cha da wei kum pi ban lo no nang pai pi a chi ding ma hi ei zo gam ko gam da na sing kong lo ba tam chi bang lo na yak tom tom a pau na mon tem pa zon na tu te o mo hi ra chẳng phải tụ té ăn giống nào cái đàn thì tụ té ăn neng đấy. Jericho có sủng với tay tuần hiện.
We're going after Jericho.
Wow. Cái bên Jericho khoai
Now we will take a
Jericho
left
khoai.
turn towards the city of Jericho. That is the city
Hilama
of Jericho.
Jericho khoai na alang khalama pen hilama pen choran ko. Jericho kha khalama alang khalama pen choran ko hi. Maya ta zong Jericho ma pai ding ye.
Now this is the old city of Jericho. The actual name is Ariha.
Amin tak ben Jericho. Ariha.
Which means the city of the moon. That's
City
why
of
they
the
call
moon.
it this way.
Jehovah.
The people who lived here 10,000 years ago, they called it the city of the moon because they used to worship the moon.
ဒီဂျေရုကောရဲ့နာမည်ကလမြို့ကြီးဖြစ်တယ်။ဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုတော့သူတို့လတဲ့ကိုကိုယ်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်
Amo ni ranga kha khapi biai cha nga ben kha kwa chena ni ranga ke ba lama de ben simple am sumpulon pam singkum
ဒီဂျေရုကောမြို့ကြီးကဒီကဘာမှာအစီဆုံးပဲပြောမလားအအိုဆုံးတက်တန်းကြာဆုံးတက် จ่าส่งมิวจีพิเศษเจริญเขาพี่ฮะนี่กอง
lấy tung à cùng sót bên qua
นี่กองแต่ตอง
cùng
จ่า
tour son vào à sót khen qua copy khát hi Jericho
นี่ก
qua
องแต่
bên
ตองสีบีอะคุณเนี่ยสุดเนาะ
cùng tour son vào khen ta
มิว
qua
จีเจริญเขาพิเศษกบ้ามา
Hallelujah Israel ngập bấy đa nà Egypt ngầm ma cầm
ยินส่งมิวจีพิเศษ
sinh cung lâu ba chỉ mà ôm lâu ako sung đánh bạc sinh cung tòm tòm bông ako sung khát sẽ sinh cung tòm tòm bông ta lâu đánh bạc nhà đàn ngủ đàn Jericho qua ye tung lên cái ta Alakab lendan hince hilai Tali kian na ho ba unda ba
Checkpoint, but it's Palestinian checkpoints. These are Palestinian soldiers.
Dunia ke sisi ke khat tung tai che Palestine there Palestine minam tamma marang ito Dena gai ong bor sak ba zo pet Palestine minam ma kahi che Jericho ko sung he Jericho ko sung
Dunia Israel ไปมาเอาผู้ปาเลสไตน์ไปพิเศษดีเจริญเขาอ่ะ
Palestine minam dan uk zo che Chai Israel gam chi hang to sunga Palestine minam to Israel minam Jew minam te to om khom ngai ngai dan hi Palestine te alan zong mo alan tatra ne ye ko sung do bai sun ni som li an atan namun zong hi ngai ma wal tunga mobile temptation mountain ji Palestine ten hun ton tama amawi alan suang tel tale ya pe amaw alan I pe amaw alan he
The Mount of Temptations is exactly in front of us right now.
tun tua amaya
That is the place where Jesus was tempted by the
to bai
Satan
so ni
3
som li
times.
an
And he
tama
spent 40 days and nights
Satanin
on that mountain.
as a nam wal hi Jericho khwa sung Jericho khong ai ya tua ka pai na mai lama om เขาประสงค์มาให้หลายya alan teng abo alan de maswang tel tel le Palestine at amo alan maswang tel tel le
Friends, on the right side, this is the oldest part of Jericho, which goes back to 10,000, 8,000 years ago. So the city started on the right. This area right here.
Ilam teng pe akholui lamu he zo Jericho kholoi na kum tul kiat pa bang pekin ta
Friends, first of all, we are going to stop the bus and we go over there beside the camel to take pictures of the Temptation Mountain. After the Temptation Mountain, okay, we go inside this place. If you want to buy anything, it's a good place. If you use toilets, you can use toilets as well. When you leave the bus, there is a gentleman that will give you to taste the dates, okay? You can take it, taste it please.
Sake tata punya. Jalue. Tin kabawan.
tin bot phan ti na zok wa hi
cái gì đã không? Không để ta tìm một phần gì, ngứa nó. Không phải sao mà được? Ngứa không nào vậy? Đúng là. Chính đây mà mua cho ta biết đây. Merry Christmas.
tin bot phan ti asung hi dan thấy ngã đàn hi hi sun palon
chỉ nói gì số trống là đã lúa ăn này hà sĩ này số là tiền để cho trống trống khá này số sản xuất gì là thế mà tham gia vào này đi chơi à một cái sự xa này nó mà chú ana pi me no ami ana pi me so da lambat tu nga di ka ni ku kya lai no aya ta pi ne to so da da pi ro kuma no ki ko na ka du bo di to no di to te te
khi mol tung te ye to pai su an tanga ni som li thungen na to pai su ni som li an tanga thungen na
Bethlehem Jordan มีทั้งหมดคันที่อันเนี่ยဒီမှာတော့မှတွေးဆောင်နေကြတယ်နေတာတာတိုင်းတွေးဆောင်နေတယ်နော်ဒီအမှတ်တရနောက်မှာဒီ site မှာရန်ပြီးတော့ကျန်တာနဲ့ကန်ချင်တာနော်ကျွန်တော်မတဲ့ခန်းချင်းလေးနော်မတဲ့လေး
sure. Down see ne. Kami haro kami buat ni di ma be wa ya me no ma de ya su lu di ya tchia ni ya ne ne yin ji de su no ne ma pi ma ma shi lu de lauk ji de ma no ni le ne dan ya wa
This is allowed. Just leave it 2 years. This $15 one, 3 for $40.
So
We have
for
many quality. What is it? $15.
ya su lu pi de ma su lu di wa
Ta lo sa ta cha ne ma we ma ta cha ne ma we ma di ma ma we ne de di ma zin ne zi ji de
$30. Here, here 341. Here. Okay. 3 pieces $10. 1, 2, 3, $10.
Yes, I have to shut this one down if you want 20.
ဟိုထိမှာမိုင်း
Hello guys. Hello guys. How are you?
Kunin number
تشربوا معصير؟ هاتشرب تحضر إلى الماضي.
တော့ပါဆိုနေဆောင်ပြီအန်တမ်ထုံငန်နာနေနမော
Nó quay lại nào
ai cô lo lom đây hì khua hoa
bao giờ
má sẽ là tiền
No,
nó sẽ đẹp
okay. Definitiva com do suor.
oh yeah
Ê, người chỉ lặp lặp
အဲ့ကြီးက80 ဆမကျွန်တော်ထပ်စစ်လိုက်တာပေါင်းပြီးလိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာကျွန်တော်60လောက်40လောက်ကိုစစ်ချပလိုက်တယ်အများကြီးအများကြီးဆိုတော့တခြားကပေါင်းအောင်
Cái mà đấy ngã mình nhớ rồi bây giờ chỉ ngã mình đi là
Jericho